Welcome back to TFAX, where we bring you the latest and greatest from the world of entertainment. Today, we have a compelling lineup of stories that you won't want to miss. First up, we have a shocking update involving former Bachelorette DeAnna Pappas. After her recent arrest for an alleged altercation with her ex-husband, DeAnna has broken her silence. In a statement shared on Instagram, she clarifies the situation and discusses the impact on her children. What really happened that night? Let's take a closer look. Next, the Bachelorette alum continues to address public speculation surrounding her arrest. DeAnna's representative released an official statement, noting that no criminal charges were filed and emphasizing the importance of protecting her children from media scrutiny. What does this mean for her family moving forward? We'll break down the details for you. In our third story, we dive deeper into the events that led to DeAnna's arrest. Eyewitness accounts and police reports have emerged, shedding light on the altercation with her ex, Stagliano. With both parties publicly sharing their sides of the story, tensions are clearly high. We'll unpack the key points you need to know. Finally, her attorney has spoken out, providing a more in-depth perspective on the allegations against DeAnna. With calls for the media to refrain from speculation and respect her family's privacy, what legal actions could be on the horizon? Stay tuned as we explore the potential ramifications of this high-profile situation. That's all for today's roundup. First up, we have a shocking update involving former Bachelorette DeAnna Pappas. After her recent arrest for an alleged altercation with her ex-husband, DeAnna has broken her silence. In a statement shared on Instagram, she addressed the public speculation surrounding the incident. DeAnna's message began by clarifying her current legal situation, stating, "On behalf of our client, DeAnna Pappas, we wish to address recent public speculation and clarify the current legal status of matters stemming from an incident involving her former spouse." She highlighted that, after a thorough investigation and review of video evidence, the detective assigned to the case determined she was not the aggressor, and notably, no criminal charges were filed against her. The former Bachelorette star emphasized the importance of her children's well-being, saying, "In the best interest of the minor children, Ms. Pappas voluntarily withdrew a temporary restraining order in order to reach a cooperative agreement, allowing the children to be shielded from prolonged conflict and public exposure." She made it clear that any attempts to distort the facts or interfere with her children's welfare would not be taken lightly, and she is prepared to respond legally if necessary. DeAnna reiterated her commitment to protecting her children from further trauma and maintaining their right to privacy, which is what she believes the law recognizes. She concluded her statement by requesting that the media refrain from further speculation and avoid spreading narratives that could negatively impact her children's emotional well-being, stating, "This matter is proceeding appropriately through the legal system, and Ms. Pappas will not be making further comment at this time." The arrest itself occurred following an altercation with her ex-husband, Stagliano. According to court documents, the incident took place on February 26 when Stagliano came to pick up their 11-year-old daughter, Addison. DeAnna alleged that during the interaction, Stephen questioned her sobriety, asking to smell her breath to check if she had been drinking. DeAnna denied having consumed any alcohol and walked back inside her garage, only for Stephen to follow her. The situation escalated when DeAnna attempted to close the garage door, and Stephen allegedly pushed it back open, refusing to leave. In her declaration, she stated, "I shouted at Stephen to get out of my garage. Stephen refused to leave." Fearing for her safety, DeAnna locked herself inside her home while waiting for the police to arrive. When law enforcement arrived, DeAnna claims that Stephen had accused her of being the aggressor. She insisted, "At no time was I requested to test for alcohol despite Stephen's allegations." After her arrest, she was released later that same day on a $20,000 bond and voluntarily submitted to drug testing, which reportedly came back negative. DeAnna firmly denied Stephen's assertions, stating they were fabrications intended to undermine her relationship with their children. Following the incident, she filed for a restraining order against Stephen on March 7, which has set the legal wheels in motion for ongoing proceedings between the couple. As we continue to follow this evolving story, it's clear that DeAnna Pappas is taking steps to protect her family and clarify her narrative amidst a challenging public situation. Next, the Bachelorette alum continues to address public speculation surrounding her arrest. In an official statement shared on her Instagram stories, DeAnna's representative emphasized that there have been no criminal charges filed against her. The representative stated, "We wish to address recent public speculation and clarify the current legal status of matters stemming from an incident involving her former spouse." DeAnna reiterated that her primary concern is the well-being of her children, stating, "In the best interest of the minor children, Ms. Pappas voluntarily withdrew a temporary restraining order in order to reach a cooperative agreement. This decision was made to shield her children from prolonged conflict and the harsh glare of public scrutiny." Furthermore, DeAnna remains committed to ensuring their emotional stability and privacy. As she mentioned, Ms. Pappas remains committed to protecting her children from further trauma and maintaining their right to privacy, as recognized by law. This highlights her focus on fostering a positive environment for her kids amidst the turmoil. The statement drew attention to the necessity for compassion in the media's coverage of the incident, advising, "We respectfully request that the media refrain from further speculation and avoid the dissemination of narratives that may impact the emotional well-being of the children." It's evident that DeAnna is taking a strong stance against any defamatory narratives that could arise following the altercation. As she stated, this matter is being handled through the appropriate legal channels, and she has no intention of providing further comments at this time. The implications of this situation extend beyond just DeAnna and Stephen, suggesting a need for the media and the public to recognize the impact of such allegations on families, particularly when children are involved. DeAnna's call for understanding and privacy speaks volumes about her priorities as a mother navigating this difficult chapter in her life. As more updates unfold regarding the ongoing legal proceedings and how this affects DeAnna's life and career, we will make sure to bring you the latest news, insights, and evaluations of this complex situation within the realm of reality television and celebrity culture. In our third story, we dive deeper into the events that led to DeAnna Pappas's arrest. Eyewitness accounts and police reports have begun to emerge, shedding new light on the altercation involving her ex-husband, Stephen Stagliano. According to the court documents obtained by various media outlets, the chaotic situation unfolded on February 26, when Stephen went to DeAnna's home to pick up their daughter, Addison. Witnesses reported that Stephen approached DeAnna and behaved aggressively, reportedly asking her to walk closer so he could smell her breath. This confrontation apparently escalated, leading to DeAnna feeling threatened enough to retreat into her garage. In her own words, she described how Stephen followed her inside, stating, "I heard a noise behind me. I turned around to see Stephen following me into my garage." As tensions rose, DeAnna attempted to close the garage door to separate herself from the confrontation. However, court declarations reveal that Stephen physically obstructed her efforts, allegedly pushing the door back open. DeAnna described the moment, saying, "Stephen pushed my garage door upward so that it would not close. I shouted at Stephen to get out of my garage. Stephen refused to leave." Feeling unsafe, DeAnna sought refuge inside her home, locking the door behind her as she waited for authorities to arrive. This instinctive action underscored her fear of the escalating situation. When the police did arrive, DeAnna claims that Stephen had already accused her of being the aggressor in the altercation. She recalled, "Stephen had told the sheriff that I was the aggressor who assaulted him, which was false." The police reportedly did not conduct a sobriety test on DeAnna, despite Stephen's allegations about her drinking. In her statement, she emphasized, "At no time was I requested to test for alcohol despite Stephen's allegations." This raises significant questions about the handling of the situation and how the authorities responded to the claims made. Following her arrest on February 27, DeAnna was released on a $20,000 bond and took measures to clear her name by voluntarily submitting to drug and alcohol testing, which came back negative. This crucial evidence further supports her claims and adds another layer to this unfolding story. As the legal drama continues, DeAnna filed for a restraining order against Stephen shortly after, on March 7, indicating she is taking the necessary steps to protect herself and her children amid these turbulent times. We will closely monitor how this situation evolves and what it means for DeAnna's family dynamics and public image moving forward. Finally, her attorney has spoken out, providing a more in-depth perspective on the allegations against DeAnna Pappas. In a statement released to the media, they addressed the surrounding circumstances of her arrest and the subsequent fallout. The attorney stated, "On behalf of our client, DeAnna Pappas, we wish to address recent public speculation and clarify the current legal status of matters stemming from an incident involving her former spouse." This statement reiterated that the assigned detective determined DeAnna was not the aggressor and highlighted that no charges have been filed against her. The attorney continued, "After a full investigation and review of video evidence, the assigned detective determined that Ms. Pappas was not the aggressor. No criminal charges were filed." This affirmation serves to reinforce DeAnna's position and refute any claims that might portray her in a negative light. Moreover, the attorney addressed the importance of prioritizing the children amidst the legal troubles, saying, "In the best interest of the minor children, Ms. Pappas voluntarily withdrew a temporary restraining order in order to reach a cooperative agreement, allowing the children to be shielded from prolonged conflict and public exposure." This decision illustrates DeAnna's commitment to fostering a peaceful environment for her children, despite the turmoil surrounding the situation. The attorney also made it clear that DeAnna is dedicated to protecting her family from any further stress, emphasizing, "Any continued attempt to distort facts or interfere with the children's well-being will be met with the appropriate legal response." This indicates that DeAnna is prepared to take action if necessary to safeguard her family's privacy and emotional stability. As DeAnna continues to navigate these choppy waters, her legal team is focused on ensuring that all actions taken are in alignment with protecting her rights and the well-being of her children. They concluded with a reminder that this matter is ongoing and should be treated with the seriousness it deserves. This matter is proceeding appropriately through the legal system, and Ms. Pappas will not be making further comment at this time. With the legal battles set to unfold, it's clear that the implications of this situation will have lasting effects on DeAnna, her ex-husband, and their children. As new details emerge, we'll keep you updated on every development in this ongoing story.